Starting a new life in another country can feel like the adventure of a lifetime. But what happens when that dream becomes a nightmare? Imagine facing unexpected cultural hurdles, struggling to make ends meet, or feeling utterly alone in a foreign land. These are the harsh realities many expats, including myself, have faced. In today's video, I'll reveal the 10 countries that will destroy your future in 2025 and why some dream destinations may not live up to their promise. Ready to uncover the truth about these places? Let's dive right in. Number 10. Brazil. Brazil, with its infectious somber rhythms, breathtaking beaches, and world-famous carnival, paints a picture of paradise. But peel back the surface, and you'll find a much harsher reality awaiting expats. I still remember my first days in Rio de Janeiro, the vibrant energy, stunning sunsets over Copacabana, and the feeling that I'd found my ideal home. But soon, reality struck hard. Brazil's crime rate is daunting, with 23 homicides per 100,000 people in 2024. In bustling cities like Rio and São Paulo, the tension is palpable. A friend of mine even had her phone snatched in broad daylight. That constant sense of unease takes a toll on your peace of mind. The challenges don't end there. If you don't speak fluent Portuguese, finding a job is nearly impossible. While English might help in touristy areas, daily life requires local language skills. Even simple tasks like ordering coffee can turn into a comedy of errors. For families, the cost of private education is a rude awakening. With tuition ranging from $5,000 to $20,000 a year, it's far from the affordable South American dream many envision. Add to that Brazil's notorious bureaucracy, where getting a visa or settling paperwork can feel like an endless maze, and you start questioning your decision. And while Brazil's beauty is undeniable, its weather can be punishing. Between sweltering humidity, torrential rains, and occasional natural disasters, living here can feel like an endurance test. Brazil may look like a tropical paradise on Instagram, but for many expats, it's more like survival training in disguise. Number 9. France. France, the land of romance, wine, and charming cobblestone streets. It's easy to imagine a glamorous life here, but the reality isn't all baguettes and caf culture. When I first arrived, I thought my basic high school French would get me by. Spoiler, it didn't. Grocery shopping, paying bills, or even opening a bank account became Herculean tasks. Navigating the endless paperwork in French? Good luck. Making friends isn't much easier. Social circles in France are tight, and breaking into them can feel like trying to join an exclusive club without an invitation. Loneliness is a common complaint among expats, and many report feeling isolated for months, even years. The high cost of living in Paris is another shocker. Renting a one-bedroom apartment downtown can cost over $2,200 a month, and utilities and groceries only add to the financial burden. Even healthcare, while relatively affordable, isn't entirely free, and private insurance often becomes a necessity. If you're dreaming of leisurely days spent sipping wine and strolling the scene, remember that the reality involves juggling cultural barriers, paperwork, and high expenses. Number 8. United States. The American dream, the idea of success, freedom, and endless opportunities. But for many expats, it's more of a mirage than a reality. Healthcare costs in the U.S. are infamous. A trip to the emergency room can set you back thousands, even with insurance. If you have a pre-existing condition, the situation can be even worse. For many expats, the astronomical healthcare expenses are a rude awakening. The political climate can also be alienating. Depending on where you live, differing views can lead to awkward or even hostile interactions. And safety concerns, particularly gun violence, leave many expats feeling uneasy. Financially, the cost of living is sky high. Renting a modest apartment downtown can cost over $3,000 a month, and transportation, groceries, and other essentials add up quickly. For some, the U.S. still represents opportunity. But for others, the dream can feel more like an expensive nightmare. Number 7. Japan. Japan's reputation for cleanliness, politeness, and unique culture is well-deserved. But living there isn't as idyllic as it might seem. Integrating into Japanese society is notoriously difficult. No matter how long you live there, you'll likely feel like an outsider. The language barrier only adds to the challenges, with even everyday tasks like grocery shopping becoming a struggle if you can't read or speak Japanese fluently. Work culture in Japan is another hurdle. Long hours, rigid hierarchies, and a culture of overwork can lead to burnout. While Japan's efficiency and discipline are admirable, they can be overwhelming for newcomers. Add in the high cost of living, unpredictable natural disasters, and the stigma surrounding mental health, and you'll understand why Japan isn't the utopia many imagine. Number 6. Mexico. When most people think of Mexico, they picture sunny beaches, vibrant culture, and affordable living. But behind the postcard-perfect image lies a reality that can catch expats off guard. The crime rates in Mexico are alarmingly high. Cartels operate with near impunity in certain areas, creating an unsafe environment. Kidnappings, extortion, and violent crime are unfortunate realities. While Mexico is often regarded as budget-friendly, the cost of living is rising. Rent in cities like Mexico City or Guadalajara ranges from $600 to $1,000, and day-to-day expenses add up quickly. Expats may arrive expecting a more affordable lifestyle, only to find that groceries, utilities, and transportation are not as cheap as anticipated. Corruption is another significant issue, with bribery being a common occurrence. Expats may find themselves stopped for minor infractions, where paying a bribe is the easiest way to avoid trouble. Infrastructure is also unreliable, with frequent power outages and an undrinkable water system requiring reliance on bottled water for everything. Additionally, cultural adjustments, like getting used to Mexican time, can test one's patience. Appointments and commitments are often flexible, with timelines frequently changing. While the country offers vibrant experiences, the challenges can make living there a struggle for some expats. Number 5. Belarus. Belarus may initially appear like a charming European destination, but the reality for expats can be starkly different. The country is known for its strict political environment, where personal freedoms are heavily limited. For expats from democratic societies, the sense of constant monitoring and lack of free expression can be unsettling. Integrating into Belarusian society is often difficult. Even with efforts to attend local events or learn the language, expats may find themselves feeling isolated due to cultural barriers and an atmosphere of suspicion. This isolation can lead to loneliness and affect mental well-being. While the cost of living in Belarus is relatively low, the economic landscape can be unstable. Jobs for expats are limited, and without specialized skills or employment with a multinational company, financial stability can be hard to achieve. Despite its peaceful appearance, Belarus can feel isolating and restrictive for many expats. Number 4. India. India is often described as a land of contrasts, rich in culture and history. However, these contrasts can become challenges for expats. The population density is among the highest in the world, and the overwhelming crowds can make everyday activities stressful. Commuting, shopping, or even walking in urban areas often feels chaotic, with little personal space. Infrastructure is a significant challenge in many parts of the country. Frequent power outages, unreliable water supplies, and severe air pollution, especially in cities like Delhi and Mumbai, can take a toll on health and well-being. For expats used to cleaner environments and dependable infrastructure, these issues can be a major adjustment. Cultural differences can also be a hurdle. While India's deep traditions and vibrant lifestyle are fascinating, adapting to the social norms, local cuisines, and pace of life can prove difficult. Though India offers incredible experiences, the day-to-day realities require patience and adaptability. Number 3. South Africa. South Africa is a country of breathtaking landscapes and diverse cultures, but it also presents serious challenges for expats. The crime rate is one of the highest globally, with over 35 murders per 100,000 people annually. Urban areas like Johannesburg are notorious for carjackings, home invasions, and petty theft. Many expats need to live in gated communities with private security, which adds significantly to the cost of living. Economic inequality in South Africa is stark, creating a visible divide between the wealthy and those living in poverty. This disparity can make expats feel uncomfortable and disconnected from the realities outside their gated neighborhoods. Infrastructure is another common complaint, with frequent power outages due to an unreliable power grid. Healthcare in South Africa is divided. Public hospitals often lack resources, and private healthcare, while of higher quality, is expensive. Despite its stunning natural beauty and rich culture, South Africa's challenges can outweigh its appeal for many expats. Number 2. Nigeria. Nigeria is a country filled with vibrant culture, music, and a strong sense of community. However, for expats, living in Nigeria can be fraught with challenges. The crime rate is a significant concern, especially in urban areas like Lagos and Abuja. Armed robberies, kidnappings, and scams are prevalent, making personal security a top priority. Many expats rely on gated communities and private security, which can be costly. Infrastructure issues also plague the country. Power outages are a daily occurrence, forcing residents to depend on generators, which are expensive to maintain. Traffic congestion is another headache, with poorly maintained roads and chaotic driving norms adding to the stress of daily commutes. The healthcare system in Nigeria is underdeveloped. Public hospitals are often overcrowded and lack resources, while private healthcare can be prohibitively expensive. Many expats opt for international health insurance and plan medical treatments abroad. Cultural differences, including navigating local customs and the informal economy, can be overwhelming. Despite Nigeria's rich culture and potential for adventure, the day-to-day struggles can make living there challenging for expats. Number 1. Venezuela. Venezuela, once one of South America's wealthiest nations, now faces severe economic and social instability, making it a difficult place for expats. The country is plagued by hyperinflation, rendering the local currency nearly worthless. Access to basic necessities like food, medicine, and clean water is often limited, and shortages are widespread. Crime is rampant, with Venezuela having one of the highest murder rates in the world. Carjackings, kidnappings, and armed robberies are common, even in broad daylight. Expats must take extreme precautions to stay safe, including avoiding certain areas and traveling with security escorts. The healthcare system has collapsed in many regions, with hospitals lacking basic supplies and medications. Power outages and water shortages are frequent, adding to the already challenging living conditions. Political instability and frequent protests make the environment volatile and unpredictable. Even for those drawn to Venezuela's natural beauty and culture, the risks and difficulties of daily life are often too great to justify staying long-term. Living abroad is a dream for many, offering the promise of adventure, cultural immersion, and new opportunities. However, it's essential to recognize that it's not always smooth sailing. From unexpected language barriers and cultural misunderstandings to financial and legal hurdles, each country presents unique challenges that can turn a dream into a regret-filled reality if you're not prepared. That's why careful planning and research are so important. Understanding the true cost of living, cultural norms, and potential pitfalls of a destination can make all the difference. While no place is perfect, approaching the experience with realistic expectations and adaptability can help transform challenges into opportunities for growth and learning. If this video provided valuable insights, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to stay connected with our content. Your support inspires us to continue creating engaging and informative videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.